Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the show. I have Bogdan on the show today, and we're going to talk. He is a cancer survivor, and we're going to be talking a lot about just natural health remedies and all about how he survived cancer. So, Bogdan, thank you so much for coming on the show. How are you?
Thank you very much, Matt, for inviting me. And should we listen this music all the time we talk?
No, we are going to fade it out.
Background?
We are going to fade it out right now.
Oh,
There we go.
great.
It is the intro music. So I just like to have it a
Yes.
little bit in the beginning, and here we are, musicless. How are you today?
Uh, as I said, usual, I'm still alive.
Hey,
Yes, I have such funny response for the last 17 years since my tumor been removed in 2005. And it was completely different life for me started in 2005. It was 4 years of Great Depression, which I call it like that, and sort of suicidal things. But because I have a great commitment to my family, finally I decided to continue living here in this universe. That's why I decided not only to help myself, but try to help as many people as possible to find the way to survive after cancer removal. And the biggest inspiration and the solid ground for that was introducing American medicine that exclusively great for your surgical operations, but I found a really lack of encouragement after that, how to recover yourself. And I do completely understand, for instance, people who broke the leg, as I did 3 months ago. You got surgery, you got recovery, you got time, and you got your family or friend members around you who assist you. That's great. But cancer is completely different animal. I have a cancer history from my family, and I learned a lot about gastric cancer. And I know, unfortunately, since you contracted cancer, it stay with us forever. It stay in our blood. You cannot remove that. Let me say, cancer, it's a habit. Cancer is not a virus. It's something that stay with us. It's a mechanism that Mother Nature turn on as soon as you show something characteristics that you are not worthy anymore to live on planet Earth. It's true, unfortunately. It's like that. That's why I know about my end. I am realistic, I am sober-minded, and I decided to survive for as long as I can. That's actually why I collect all available money, and I started my due diligence by traveling around the globe. My targets being countries, folks, regions, locations where statistic shows minimum or zero mortality rate from gastric cancer. We all understand we all are human beings, and we do something, a lot of stuff on subconscious level. That's actually how those people, they don't who live at their countries on these lands, they consume products without thinking what they consume. We can call them diet. They call them food. New Zealand Maori from prehistory consume Manuka honey. just as a sweetener, just because they didn't have access to sugar. Manuka honey for them, it's just a food. But scientifically, now we know what Manuka honey is natural antibiotic. It's a miracle antibiotic because antibiotic statement itself, it says antibiotic. It kills all form of bacteria inside the human, bad or good. That's actually why when your medical doctor prescribes you an antibiotic, it's a final decision to kill your sickness, to help you, but it's a price. They kill bad bacteria and good bacteria. In contrary, Manuka honey is smart or clever antibiotic. It kills only bad bacteria, remaining good to live. How Manuka honey understand what is good for us and what is bad? Nobody knows the answer. And unfortunately for us, not much fundings available to discover such miracle. But for me, as a regular Joe, as a regular human being, such capacity of Manuka honey completely sufficient for me. I just discover what real Manuka honey is. I contracted with beekeeper and I deliver this Manuka honey to United States. And that's actually why I offer Manuka honey as one of ingredient of daily diet to people who has the same cancer as I. Wow. So New Zealand was my first stop. I visited India, China, Japan, even Easter Island, Israel, Brazil, even Canada. And I found certain absolutely natural stuff that really suppress cancer development, cancer cells development. But before that, people should understand what cancer is. In this case, I used to remind a movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger, Total Recall.
Yes.
Old classic movie. And people used to remember why the major rebellion was so hard to find by local Martian police, because he was mutant. He was hidden inside another person. That's actually what cancer is. That's we are. Cancerous cells are our own cells, only mutated. That's actually why our immune system cannot identify these cells as foreign cells and trigger action to fight with them. Our immune system identify cancer as our regular, normal DNA cells. That's actually why we have to, I said we have to, people who suffer with cancer, to consume this natural stuff that suppress regeneration our healthy cells into cancerous cells. And related to gastric cancer, I'm talking about polyps. Not many people understand what polyps are or take them easy. I passed through gastroendoscopy, gastroenterologist found my polyps, it was removed, and I am good. Not, you're not. Polyps are not good guests inside our stomach or lower gut. It's a first ring. You have several spots to convert, to mutate into cancer. That's a ground I am telling you, people who hear and watching our YOMED podcast. I hope the version of this podcast gonna be on YouTube. I just hope.
Yes.
That's gonna be great. And some people told me, Bogdan, you are an idiot. You're providing your consultation for free? Yes, I do. I don't know how to charge people money for such life surviving things. Yes, you can call me, you can email me, and I'm gonna share with you my all experience, providing you suggestions. I am not a medical doctor. I just guinea pig. I'm telling you my own life experience. I always thought that a person who passed through everything should be a greater teacher than those that been theoretically educated about anything. I know the boot camp manager. He passed through Vietnam and Iraq. I know his experience. Probably I don't even look at his licenses and how he or she gonna handle kids, but I know his character, his stamina. That's why I trust people who contracted cancer. And every time when I come to medical doctor, my first question is, did you suffer from that yourself? No? So do you know all about cancer by book, by movies, by lectures? Yes. So you don't understand my feelings and thousands those people who suffer with cancer. You don't really understand that. That's why, okay, I'm gonna stop rolling the snowball on American doctors. That's not ethical. They are great people and they do help us to survive in our environment. But same time, I found sort of corruption, let me say, if it's not a hard word, among American pharmaceutical industry. It looks like all these products like Manuka Honey or Shilajit that pretty much widely available and cost not much, like 50, 60, $12. They stay in opposition to traditional medicine. It looks like then less sick people, that less pharmaceutical industry income. I don't know how ethical is that, but my motto, my agenda is to stay as healthy as possible for as long as possible. That's what I wish, that's what I propagate. And if somebody interested to ask me, Bogdan, how you did that? Is it good for me? Maybe it's not good for me. I am telling honestly, people, that was good for me. It should not work for you. You should try. And only because all these supplements and functional foods are not gonna rob you, you can try it from Monday to Saturday. If you feel yourself good, if your bowel movement become a pleasure, trust me, it's a big problem for many people. Constipation, it's a huge stuff. And this is a first ring to think about something very bad with your digestive system. 1 in 1,000 people have allergy for bee propolis. But it's so easy to taste propolis on yourself. Just put a drop on your skin or put a drop in your mouth and to see what's happened. If you have an allergy reaction, stop using that. But if not, this supplement, well known to human race for as long as for 4,000 years. In Egyptian pyramids, bee propolis been found, as well as natural honey. Probably you know, Matt, that couple mummies been completely submerged in honey for 3,000 or 4,000 years. And this honey became solid, like a glass. Unfortunately, our scientists, archaeologists, decided to remove this honey and to see on mummy itself. In hours, mold and bacteria converted these mummies coming from modern air in trash. And now they know if they found another mummy preserved in honey, no to touch it. Yes. No way to remove it. Wow. Because it's a natural preservation.
Wow.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we have only 60 minutes with you. I can tell you for hours about how people traditionally used bee products. Not many people, and specifically not many people in the United States, are familiar with propolis. Not many people even understand, oh, bees produce propolis? What is that? Yeah. Propolis is a resinoid substance that bees bring to beehives to seal beehive from inside. Oh. They completely sealed everything from inside, and this way their entire family is protected against bacteria, viruses, and any ticks that tends to come inside. Same time, you see, beehive is not in a vacuum. So some intruders like ants or even mice coming inside to taste honey. What happened? It's only one way in, no way out. Oh, because special bees kill all intruders and mummify them in propolis. That permits them do not contaminate anything bad coming to family from this corpse.
Wow.
Wow.
that's I had no idea. That's incredibly interesting. Wow.
Yes, that's my life. That's why I know the difference between Brazilian propolis, Turkish propolis, Siberian propolis, New Zealand propolis. People, be careful. America does not produce commercially propolis. All brand names that you see made in United States in form of sprays or tinctures or anything made from Chinese propolis. Oh. Nothing wrong with China. Great country, great people. But business approach, unfortunately, based on intensification. They put beehive inside the garden, farm garden. And this farm garden used chemicals. Why they use chemicals? To produce fruits and vegetables that looks very good, very nice. That's why all synthetic antifungicides and pesticides heavily use them. You cannot command bees. Oh, please, bee, fly to that organic and clean flower, and do not fly over this sprinkled with chemicals. No, they fly over everything and bring all these chemicals inside the beehive and produce honey and propolis that is cheap, absolutely cheap. But you know, that's a very painful topic for me because people don't read what is on the back side of the label. And unfortunately, American FDA, Food and Drug Administration, does not control, does not force manufacturers to provide with such information, to tell us, buyers, what is inside. For instance, if your beehive stays in 1 mile from a poplar forest, and poplar is the best provider of propolis, your propolis is gonna be pure with all fulvic acids. It's just gonna be a resin, nothing special, nothing with therapeutical property gonna be provided, but it's gonna be massive, solid, sticky, looking very good. That's why my first question to manufacturers of propolis, show me your laboratory certificate. What kind of antioxidant your propolis gonna offer me? Oh, and I compare. For example, green propolis from Brazil provides with less than 1 unit of antioxidant per 1 gram, while Turkish wilderness collected from pine trees provides with 34 units of the same chemicals, 34 times more than green Brazilian propolis.
Wow.
And the price for their finished product is almost the same. Oh God, that's why I try to educate my American fellows. Please don't be proud to buy made in American propolis. Drill a little bit deeper and to ask manufacturer from what raw materials you did this product. From Chinese? I'm sorry. From Brazilian? Good. From New Zealand? Perfect. From Turkish? The great. From Siberian forest wilderness? Yes. Not from farm gardens collected. That's actually why we have some sort of problem with American honey. You're gonna see in any supermarket, and you see these bare bottles full of honey.
Yeah.
You can turn upside down, and it's a syrup.
Right.
Why it's like that? Because it was collected from farmed gardens, from farms. That's why honey for American beekeepers is a secondary income source. What is the first income source? Service, pollination. Beekeepers receive $200, it was 2 years ago, per 1 beehive being brought to the farm. If you bring 100, multiply by $200.
Yeah.
Honey. Okay, honey. Who gonna buy this honey? If $3.99 it stay on retail price, that means the raw honey gonna cost like 50 cents a pound, something like that. So they don't even feel intrigue or profitable to stress attention on honey. I'm not talking about those beekeepers that have their specific beehives standing on their own land. They collecting nectar from wilderness. That's great. But you never ever gonna see their honey on health food store shelves. No, you're gonna see mass productive honey company with big brand that really controls and dictate beekeepers what to produce, what we need, and they don't care how they extract honey from beehives by mechanical centrifuge method or just simple to heat it. As soon as you heat honey, it's become a sugar. Good point. While I didn't forget, Manuka Honey, well, Be Magic, my brand. Major mistake that many people do. They mix Manuka honey with water. They put Manuka honey in smoothie.
Oh, okay.
Never ever do that.
Oh, okay.
If you gonna get any health benefits from Manuka honey. Nothing gonna happen. You're not gonna die. It's not poisonous honey. But as soon as Manuka honey reach your stomach, it became a disaccharide. You can go to supermarket and buy 4 pounds of white sugar for $3.99. Absolutely the same. Do not swallow Manuka honey. Take teaspoon of Manuka honey into your mouth and rotate inside.
Okay.
Let saliva extract all goodness from Manuka honey. What goodness coming from Manuka honey directly to our blood? 3 major ones. Well, prepare for scientific words. Dehydroacetone, leptospirine, and dietary methylglyoxal. I'm going to provide you molecular formula of these chemicals. I'm going to provide you with transcript of this one, and you're going to work with Mr. Google or Mr. Wikipedia and to learn on your own what these chemicals are. The major trick, the major point, all these chemicals appeared in Manuka honey naturally. Nothing been added to Manuka honey. That's actually what makes Manuka honey so expensive. And that's actually another topic to talk, but that's a long topic about how manufacturers cheat on us. As soon as Manuka honey became a lucrative business in the United States, many people decided that's not fair. Just 1,700 tons this small New Zealand country can produce for the entire globe. There is not enough profit. Let's make 300,000 tons. That's gonna provide us decent income, and they do.
Wow.
Yes, that's why my major ingredients are Manuka honey, bee propolis extract, shilajit, and Siberian cedar sap extract.
Ooh.
You should know what cedar sap is. People used to walk in a forest in the springtime, and you see some drops of juice coming from trees because of some defect on the cork. That's a sap. That's what people collect in Siberia and preserve in cedar nut oil. Keep it for 6 months, and after that, we can consume it.
Wow.
Unfortunately, we sold out for this product, and you know what's going on between Russia and Ukraine.
Yes.
And we have some problem with logistic. I do completely support Ukraine, but at the same time, I want to support my fellow American by providing such great product. And we can talk timelessly about how to consume this product, because a lot of rumors nowadays exist about shilajit. Even some people still believe that shilajit, it's a prehistorical bird's shit. A lot of rumors. Thanks to modern science, now we know it's decomposed plants.
Okay.
60/62 million years ago, cactuses been growing in Siberia, in India, in Pakistan, and in Mongolia. Now it's a very cold climate, but that time it was a Pangea. It was not even the Earth.
Right.
For 60 million years, planet Earth changed magnetic poles several times. How many ice age passed since that? And all this time, this substance been sealed between mountains. As a result, such substance accumulated 84 macro and micro elements that now human used to restore our body. Again, people, as soon as they know about something lucrative, start producing money without paying attention what they sell. A lot of people now blend real shilajit with water and sell it as a water extract. Stop buying water extract. Shilajit should be like a tar. It's not extracted.
Seen that before.
It smells awfully and the taste is the same. But because we need to consume only 1/3 of a gram daily, it's completely enough. Exception only men after 50. We consume 1/2 gram to support our prostate.
Ah, yes.
Oh God, that's really a miracle. But that's, again, it's a topic for another conversation, because not many people understand what prostate is and how it works. The vast majority thinks that Cialis or Viagra makes working our prostate. It's not. Synthetic Viagra or Cialis just open blood vessels to the penis and to fill it with blood. That's not provide us with erectile assistance. Our body is our best doctor. This doctor just asked us, please provide me with sufficient nutrients. Give me fuel, material give me bricks and mortar, and I'm gonna build your body again. That's why I do believe that Shilajit, and specifically Health Republic, it's sort of a time machine. Time machine that brings men into their 35, 37 years old sexual desire and stamina. I cannot share my experience about Shilajit and women. I am not, regardless of wide opportunity to be in New York. But for men, I told you already, I am a guinea pig. Before telling something, I taste on myself. I taste this Shilajit for 2 years. I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Should be great to get sort of feedback from your listeners, what they'd like maybe to drill deeper in about which ingredient or about what topic should be great. And I'd like to share my knowledge, how to recover yourself, how to return yourself in good health shape, to live at least 95, to be able to conceive children at 80.
Wow.
If you have someone who gonna do this with you, of course.
Of course. Yes. So yeah, there's a few things I love. So much great information. I have seen the Shilajit before. A mentor of mine actually, he had gone without coffee, and what he was doing the Shilajit. I hope I'm pronouncing it right, but I'm fairly certain he's purchased that exact brand. So your two brands, Bogdan, are Be Magic and
Yes.
Health Republic, correct?
Yes, and Health Republic.
When did you start these brands?
Oh, these brands been started in 2018.
Cool.
And before that, I brought different brands to United States and will distribute them to retailers. But since I grow up a little bit, and the idea came to my mind, why not to start your own brand that you're gonna be responsible and guarantee the quality of the product. That's actually why I fly around the globe. Again, New Zealand stay just 22 fly hours from New York.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, and below the equator. So now we have fall and they have spring. So everything in opposite. And Manuka bush is blowing in December, the start of summertime, while we start to freeze here in New York in December. And I do guarantee the quality of this product. I do bring to United States only medicinal grade of product, not table grade. And people should understand, and I try to teach them how to identify medicinal grade of Manuka honey from table grade of Manuka honey.
Yes.
Because honestly, many people got confused. They go to supermarket, they go to Costco, they go to Whole Foods, and they buy Manuka honey for $25, and they're happy. Oh, I bought Manuka honey. Now I'm gonna be happy and healthy. You're gonna be happy, but sorry, not healthy. You just bought table grade Manuka honey. It makes you happy? Perfect. It's not gonna make you healthy. Medical grade of Manuka honey started with MGO 400 and up. What MGO is? It's an abbreviation of metallglyoxal, one of active ingredient of Manuka honey. Metallglyoxal been discovered in 2006 by Dr. Haley from Dresden University. And he brought great achievement, finally, to human understanding. Why Manuka honey healed? Oh, that's because it contains metallglyoxal. If you're gonna put metallglyoxal in Wikipedia, you're gonna see an awful information. Metallglyoxal belongs to poison.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
But because it's only 400 milligrams per 1 kilo of honey,
Yeah.
it serves you good.
Interesting.
Yes,
Oh,
that's
wow.
why I bring to United States Manuka honey with metallglyoxal 550 and up. That's actually exactly. I try to serve my community, people with serious diseases, with cancer family history, with stomach ulcer, with polyps, with problem with bowel movement, with acid reflux, with lower gut problem. That's actually, I have sort of a problem to distribute this product because nowadays people want to buy everything cheap. Just they look on a sticker price, sticker only price ignite their purchase.
Yeah.
That's why I try to educate people. If you like to pay less, you're gonna get less.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's not my concept. That's general concept.
Yeah.
That's everybody understand that. So if you have question, ask me.
I do. Yeah. So my mom has been diagnosed with Crohn's disease. Is there, would this be beneficial for her to use Be Magic?
As I said from the beginning, Matt, I am not a medical doctor. And I cannot navigate or provide such information to your mom or tell you openly, oh, that's gonna definitely help her. No, I am not that medical doctor like you see tons nowadays on internet. I really got confused how licensed gastroenterologists create some pills or capsules and advertise them on their own website and telling people, oh, buy my capsules, they're gonna help you. Really? Do you have balls to tell people like that?
Yeah, right.
That's not right.
Yeah. Okay. That was the first question. Yeah, I can see, I understand from what you'd said at the beginning. It's not necessarily be something that she would collaborate with her doctor on. I'm just more curious, I guess, if you'd had any success or stories of anybody that had Crohn's or anything of the nature, because again, a digestive thing. But that is cool. You're talking about using it with folks that have these types of ailments in their body and such. Is it also, would it be a good idea for me to just use as like a preventative measure if I were to start getting the Manuka honey and doing it as a daily thing, like you say, just letting it dissolve in my mouth? That would be good, a good health benefit for me, even though I'm not necessarily showing any signs of digestive problems. Is that correct?
Absolutely. That's actually my agenda. And honestly to say, vast majority of descendants from Eastern Europe, we do practice preventative medicine. Our relationship, our attitude to our health is not like a gift, and we don't support American motto, why fix if not broken? I do understand, I do personally, in my 57, that my life is going to end. I am not 35, I am not 47, I am 57. And I try to stay in healthy body and in sober mind as long as I can. That's why I consider consumption all this product sort of a health insurance. That's really another topic to talk about, how American people understand health insurance, how American people understand life insurance. We used to make some sort of jokes about life insurance. Really, is it life insurance? Who gonna collect benefits from your life insurance? You?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
That's actually why I feel sometimes more easy to talk to men on the topic, because men traditionally, not in United States, traditionally stay close to mechanics, to cars, to automobiles. We do take care about our cars. We have to change oil regularly. We have to change brake plates. We have to take care about our machines, because sometimes our life depends on them. Can you imagine if you forgot to change brake plates when they have to be changed?
Yeah.
But sometimes people decided to be careless towards their own body.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've been healthy last year. That statement doesn't provide guarantee that you're going to be healthy this year. That's why, please, inspect your body as you used to inspect your vehicle. Here in New York, it's a mandatory to pass inspection once a year.
Oh.
In New Jersey, once in 2 years.
Yeah.
But anyway, inspect yourself. Make your blood taste, to ask your medical doctor what nutrients you're lacking of. Oh, because, you know, some people only interested how my cholesterol, is it high?
Yeah.
Not many people understand why their cholesterol is high. And medical doctors prescribe people pills to lower cholesterol. Really? That's why preventative medicine is my base. That's my foundation. Please, every day, invest in yourself. Buy health insurance. Visit medical doctors once a year. Or, of course, if you broke the leg, or if something major, God forbid, happened. But buy health insurance in form of supplements. Do not consume synthetic vitamins. Please consume only vitamins in form by Mother Earth provided to us. What those forms are? I used to pop these pills, humongous number, vitamin C, vitamin D, D3, D12, D6, Do you know what the percentage your body gonna absorb from such vitamins?
Yeah, not much.
5.
Is it 5? Oh, man. Wow.
If you watch in a John when you urinate,
Yeah.
You're gonna see the color of your urine after
Yep.
you consume vitamin C.
Mm-hmm.
Everything goes out because our body was not designed to accept synthetic vitamins.
Yeah.
Same time, and you can read a lot of articles about that. Potato, circa 1950, is not a potato 2022. 100% less of vitamin C, 70% less of iron.
Wow.
I can continue the list of these micro and macro elements that we don't get into our body with the same amount of fruits and vegetables.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
People have to understand that. That's actually the major reason of obesity.
Yeah. Right. Right.
Body need to consume something, pushing us to eat more, and more to receive exactly the same amount of nutrients. That's why supplements, let me say mandatory, if you want to live longer, if you don't scared, don't spooked from visiting nursing home or assisted living facility. My younger daughter works in hospital and emergency rooms, and she tells me about her patients. 60% of emergency room patients delivered by ambulance are very old people. They don't understand where they are. They don't understand who is around. Some of them don't remember their name. Would you like to live life like that?
No, thank you.
Would you like to be in form of vegetable when some tubes coming inside you and outside from you? No.
No, thanks.
That's why I strongly recommend people consume dietary supplements in their natural form. Try to avoid powder. Powder means high temperature being applied to any substance that you consume. If you see-through honey, liquidish honey, 99.9%, it was heated. Why? Because when you heat honey, it kills molecule that crystallize sugar. It looks nice, but it's useless. There is nothing except sugar over there. Do not consume synthetic vitamins. They are useless. Consume vitamins from fructose. Where fructose is coming? Again, honey, fruits, and vegetables. Figure out, try, and taste all natural supplements that you can reach. Go to your local health food store, go to your nutritionist, go to your dietitian, and ask, what is good for me in my age, in my gender? What I have deficit of? Do I have a deficit of zinc? No. Why should I consume something with zinc? Do I have deficit with iron? No. Do I have deficit of testosterone? Yes. But you cannot consume testosterone. Testosterone must be produced by our prostate. How to tell prostate? Produce testosterone, produce testosterone. It doesn't work. Prostate's not gonna listen to us. We have to supply prostate with necessary nutrients, and it start producing testosterone needed to support our muscles, needed to support our bones, needed to make our as man, even decision gonna be made as a man. That's our character. Our be man sits in our blood because testosterone is a blood. Take care about each organ of our body. Like in your vehicle, when you see your bolt tires, you have to change them. Can you change your legs? No. Can you change your liver? Theoretically, yes, but practically. That's actually why I am telling people with diabetes, yes, you can consume Manuka honey with higher level of methyl glyoxal, because Manuka honey, not table grade, medicinal grade, contains more fructose than glucose. Glucose is a sugar. Fructose, we have to put efforts to digest fructose and to convert it to sugar and energy. Not many people understand that all honey contains from 3 major ingredients: glucose, fructose, and water. That's it.
Wow. Man, this is fascinating stuff. I love this. I thank you so much for coming on. This has been a great education for myself, and I'm sure for my listeners. And if we get any feedback, I'll definitely have you back on if I have any other questions. Where can we find? I'm very interested. So you're based out of New York. I'm up in Canada. Do you ship to Canada?
Absolutely. We ship to North Pole, South Pole, Australia, Japan, Israel, Canada, Chile. We got an order from Nepal.
Wow.
Yes.
Very cool.
Yes, 17 days for delivery,
Sure.
but it was delivered.
But it was delivered.
Absolutely. Yes. So
Excellent.
www.bmagicUSA.com.
Brilliant.
Or go to YouTube, found Manuka Honey Guru, and you're gonna find my channel. You're gonna find this episode on my channel too, and on Matt's channel.
Yes.
So let's make connection.
Absolutely. Bogdan, thank you so much for coming on. BMagicUSA.com. I'll have all of it in the show notes. Really appreciate you. Great information. I have lots more to, I'll love to do a part 2 with you at some point. And yes, let's have you back on. Thank you so much, my friend.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Have a nice day.